Vance and Don Jr. are the two huge open questions floating around. Well, actually, TPUSA's loyalty is the third big open question floating around basically the Tucker insanity train. Whether this is calculated political warfare, whether it's literally insanity, whether it's some, interesting blend of the two, those three entities are not making sense right now.
Right.
Like, this is the easiest slam dunk political win for JD Vance right now for mainstream conservative America, because Tucker Carlson hosted Nick Fuentes very visibly, very controversially. Then Nick Fuentes immediately comes out and viciously attacks JD Vance's wife and children.
All right. Why would we let this fat guy who's married to a Jeet and works for a gay CIA Fed, why would we let him grow? It's like so insane. The JD Vance operation is in full swing, man. Think about it. Andrew Tate and Bronze Age pervert and all these people, for years, all they talk about is going to the gym, being a vitalist, fighting the Matrix, India smells bad, all this kind of shit. And now they're all in favor of a fat race mixer who's married to a Jeet who named his son Vivek, who was mentored by a Jewish neocon and a gay Fed, Peter Thiel, and the guy's in bed with Israel. And that's your guy? Your guy is literally a fat gay race trader who married a Jeet.
On the typical racial grounds you would expect somebody like Nick Fuentes would attack on. And then it's so simple, without even having to get into the weird politics of it, for JD Vance to come out and simply say, leave my wife and kids out of this. This is ridiculous. I denounce this behavior.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Yeah,
well, quoting,
something like that too.
Quoting Will. No,
yeah,
Will
as
Smith.
the great Will Smith said. Yeah,
was that Will Smith?
Yeah,
yeah, that's right. But this has not happened, right, and it does not appear forthcoming. So what that relationship is lends itself to start generating the same kinds of suspicions. You know, are they in on some, gig? Why is that the thing? And I don't know what the answer is. All I know is that one of my heuristics that I've developed recently is know them by how they circle the wagons. Tucker, for example, interviews Nick Fuentes, and the most telling part of that for America and conservatives in America was not that it happened, but rather who sprung to Tucker Carlson's defense, very oddly, Megyn Kelly being overwhelmingly the most visible character in that story. People were shocked, and Kevin Roberts at Heritage being another highly visible character. This shocked the conservative half of the nation to see these two characters defending Tucker's interview here, and kind of on very what felt like dishonest terms. So
James,
know them by how they circle the wagon.
The best,
right?
The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. That's that.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's that Yates poem.
Gyre. Oh no, the center shall not hold.
Yeah. The things fall apart, the center shall not hold. Is that my phone? Sorry.
Yeah. So, but here's, like, if we say know them by how they circle the wagons, if that's a useful heuristic, and I'm not saying that it is, but it is one of my more useful ones that I'm using now, which might end up humiliating me.
Can you explain what heuristic is for Periel's benefit? It's like a rule of thumb.
Sure. It's like a rule of thumb.
Yeah.
It's,
wow, thank you so much. Now I can follow along the whole conversation.
If you use plain language like rule of thumb, the academic journals don't even read your papers. You have to say heuristic and things like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. Nobody will read it. You have to put that with a citation. So anyways, if we take this as a rule of thumb for figuring out, who's helping who, and is this maybe actually got some element of conspiracy behind it? Are people working together, coordinating? Then all I can tell you is there's a weird amount on all of these kind of radicals on the right going back a long time now, at least a year, maybe over a year, of circling the wagon very even preemptively around JD Vance, which casts some suspicion in that direction. It's other than some of the things JD Vance himself says and some of the company that he's kept very closely, it's the third kind of big piece of evidence that makes me suspect that JD Vance might actually be entangled in this, and in fact might be the object of this project.